people, no find no problem no know me. Face or so. Who probably see me already big up on yourself. A Prince Reacts. You see my people? Yeah, so there with a brand new channel. You see me I do some reaction and thing. This is specifically a reaction channel. You see my people? So react. You see me mostly to music but to also react to trending topics. You see me? So right now people react to the cult past um somebody actually talk out about the cult pastor. Okay, you see say everybody actually come out and talk about the cult pastor. So this I one of the person them actually say them talk up about the cult pastor. So we just react and analyze and hear what them say. You see my people straight. So remember for subscribe, remember for like, remember for comment. You see me big up on yourself, remember we there from our 0 subscriber, may I try to get to 1k people so you know help me. You see me? Appreciate that. Alright, make we start now.
Way and saying, boy, how people could have get sucked into that. How could people be involved in an organization like this? This is an organization, though, that you were a part of for a while. So how did you get involved?
All right, so I basically got invited was, I left to work sometime.
Look like it's basically seem like say him a thought now how him actually get to go to the church. You see me get invited and start go to the church and become a member of the church. So make you hear what you must say.
I'm going back in 2012, and I had a female friend, and saw her on the lane. She said that she was heading to church, and she invited me, and that's basically how I ended up being there.
So how did you end up staying?
You look like he's a friend invite him at the church. Yeah, and from the same start got it. So you were woman say she asked him and inquires.
All right, so how I ended up staying at the time as well, I was basically trying to find a place of worship, right? I used to have dialogue with my parents saying that, I want better for myself. I wanted a better life, right? Which was to me at the time basically is choosing God, having a church, going to church and just trying to, live a good life.
How old were you at the time?
At that time, I was 17 years of age.
One of the things that one psychologist we interviewed has said that a lot of people join organizations like this because they want a family. They feel a need to belong. Did that play any role in your staying with the church?
Well, what she say right, there's still people are kind of true that in a car. Some people actually not a family and not a close relative. Like we don't know what the circumstances might be, and them actually lose them family or differ from them family and thing. And like them go to church, you see me and say, oh, they want to make a family at the church, because say church people treat them member like family and everything. You see me? So they go to church and thing and say them a praise God and make them family from this so them can feel more comfortable in themselves. A facts.
Church.
You would say in a sense, because coming where I'm coming from, right? You would classify it as the inner city, right? So growing up, you're used to seeing a little bit of violence here and there, right? You wake up, you go outside, you see, youths out there rubbing out their hand middle, stuff like those. You understand? And wanting better, choosing to basically be in church was like a way out. Yes. And
okay, so basically I say you get up, you see people, you see man a rob, you see man a thief, you see man done cruff and them thing there, you see me? So he must say now basically him never want to be like that, he want to be different. You see me say him actually say he must start the church as a young youth. Him no want to be one of them young youth up on the street, a dig out hand middle or you see me and a thief or something. You see me him rather go church and take him little time take a way out. You see me find a way out. Basically that him a try telling the people. Remember to subscribe.
So everything transpired. Basically, it came off on you would say a positive light, so to speak. Yes. It came off as you being there. It's an inspiration. It's a way to literally make your life a bit better.
So basically, people, him actually, as I said before, you see it, him actually feel better. You see me say him, although probably no big like actually and make no money or him probably not successful as we don't know still. So, but at least he must say him not do that and him not do them thing they like how you see some man nice streets and thing I do them thing and that. You see me and them thief and you see me him not do them thing there. You see me? And it times it seems like a youth to come from the streets. You see me? So I'm saying actually feel better for actually they in a church. You see me? Him feel more inspired and feel better in himself. You see me? For actually they in a church and a praise God and thing. You see me? Which is right.
It sounds like a sanctuary, like it was a
Right.
peaceful, an oasis away from your daily life.
Right. It was just like a regular Sunday church.
Was there anything at all that raised concerns for you? Because you said it was like a regular church, but we're now hearing these stories that don't sound like a regular church. So was there anything initially that sent up a red flag for you?
All right. So over time, yes. Over time, being there, things started to get a bit, you'd say, manipulative, right? Being there, I started to see things that, aren't really acceptable for me. And that, for one, was some red flags, you would say. And it's like you couldn't really say anything to the members, so to speak, because if you say anything to any other members, so to speak, they would basically probably chastise you or, of course, kick.
I true him. So practically him actually I say right now him actually see things as him a go on and him not feel comfortable with them things. So obviously people him spot the beef. But him couldn't actually talk about it because the other church people them are gonna say this and that and probably want church people stay people. So I must say the other church people them are probably want this, probably that, you get me I say people. So I got chastise him and them things. So him saying just yeah.
You out of the church. And mind you, once you leave the church, everybody and them dog basically turn them back against you. You're like no enemy number one.
Let me start with.
So basically I say remember I was saying people and I first off for them actually going at the church feel different and thing and some people like him going at the church feel more accepted and so on them thing there. And be different from the other youths them. So he must say if him talk to them, you see my people like if him talk to them and say about how him feel about certain things, the people them are probably turn them back on him. No, not probably him say the people them are turning them back on him and so. You see my people and pre him different and all them stuff there. So basically him never want that because him want to be different. So him just want to stay in the church and thing and feel comfortable, although him be have some displeasing things where happen around him or something him never like. But him did actually just want to be staying at the church and feel comfortable and all them things there. And be different. You see me because that him kind of feel inspired by doing that as he him stayed.
The fact that you said things started to get manipulative. Tell me what you meant by that.
All right, so I was amongst several of the young men that was living at the location, right? No, to the church, it was basically him assisting us. No, yes, some persons were being assisted with, financially going back to school, helping out, getting jobs in the church, right? That kind of assistance.
So I'm sorry for the ad people, isn't me? Screen recording, but yeah, basically as I say, as the man say, sorry for that, as the man say people, isn't me? I do certain things in BC I go and people actually, so the pastor actually help out people, isn't me? He actually give help to some people in the church, isn't me? And help out few people and make them get work and thing and you know. Isn't my people, so basically I just let me hear what else I say about that people do.
No, over time you want your personal freedom. You want to do your personality. You want to go out, have fun as a young man. You know, you are being limited from that. You know, drastically. So, you know, that was where you would say the manipulation would come from. Where that is.
Oh, so he must say actually he want to like him young. So basically I say him young and he made a want like kinda more while go out and enjoy himself and him thing there. So obviously he must say he never have the will there. The pastor never give him the will there. Sorry for that. Some people, it's like he must say the pastor never give him the will there. So probably him at the church now and him couldn't do anything, couldn't go out and enjoy himself the way he want and things. So him actually never like that. You see me what the pastor do.
Is concerned from my experience.
Tell me what you mean when you said you were limited, your freedom was limited.
All right, so you want to go, for example, you want to go hang out with some friends. You want to probably go to the movies, you know, stuff like that. And you would have to ask permission to go, and probably more likely.
So you would have to ask permission to go with your friends them, go watch a movie or just chill and hang out. What is it? So people say, I tell me, say this man. You know the people them parents and you want to tell the people them when to go out. And this is a grown man. So people actually been under this church and I behave like that. I take them all of them talking from this man like this man is them parents are God or something. Them really actually do that. Genuine people might laugh because it's funny. So bro, you literally did it and make the man a whole your friend do what you want to do. And you are your own man. This is not a little boy people. This is a big man, bro. And you still attend that church? First of all, you can still attend. All if you know why you're in church, you stop attending. You don't have to attend in church. A lot more church there on. As in, you never have to attend in church. You get me as a people? But you know, fam, it's funny.
He's going to prevent you from basically going.
But you weren't, you were living on the compound or off?
No, I was living, we were living at it was a 7-bedroom house at the time.
Okay, you said we. Who is we?
So there was several members, several males, right, that were living there. So basically it was like you would say a foster father type of scenario.
Also, him actually have a church and him have some youth, like, what, that is like the church or a place. Also, the church actually have rooms. That is a big church. Actually have rooms, and so it, the people him carry people come sleep and stuff like that. Well, that not bad still people, I guess. But all them against them own will and thing. People don't feel like say me at but this man are in a no way. No, none at all. But at least him do look good, you see me? At least him do a little good. You see me? Because have somebody like gold some youths. You see me, and make them have a place to stay and thing. Yeah.
Okay. So what were their duties, for instance, that you were required to do? One of the things we've heard is that the young men around him used to do a lot for him.
Okay. All right, some of the things would have been one, assisting with church duties, right? Getting stuff prepared for church, cleaning the church, packing up.
People, this is not the full video. If you want a part two with me reacting and analyzing this video more on a comment, be sure to subscribe, turn on the notification bell. You see my people, and just let me know in the comment section.
The stuff that you would need to basically bring to church. And, those are some of the fundamental stuff.
What about personal duties for him, whether assisting him or carrying stuff, or we've seen photos with somebody holding an umbrella over his head, or several of those.
That they say people, this man actually have people holding umbrella over him head. People like, bro, you don't have two hands. Are you sickly? When your hand them chop off? This man literally have people I use them and cover him head with umbrella, people, and people. The people them is so naive actually do it, bro. That is people may even know if I call that. This man is actually using the people them. I use them. You can't have umbrella over it. People have umbrella over it, bro. And them not a sense I do it. People need check his stats, yo. Check the stats, people. Yo, people, make sure you subscribe. Remember to tell me about the party, you see me? Remember to comment, like up, and let me know if you want the part 2. So for now, we're out. Subscribe. Stay tuned. Turn on the bell again.